Good day everyone, we are the Group 3 and we will be analyzing and presenting the primary data in community health assessments, specifically from labor force survey. So this presentation aims to show the importance of the given data and also to analyze and give our interpretation or inferences regarding the given data from the labor force survey.
Hello, this is Espinosa, and this is activity number 4 of group number 3, with the task given to us being the examination of variables, the giving of inferences, and the making of a graphical representation of our given topic, that being of labor. Now, this is based around the Philippine Statistics Authority, namely their work of labor force survey, and this was, or rather is, in the year of 2021, with the months of January and February. And there are mainly 3 sectors that we are going to be talking about, those being the sectors of agriculture, industry, and the services. And we're going to further expound on that by giving you the occupations of these, for example, from a managerial position to a more labor-intensive one. And then after that, we're going to showcase a class of workers, if, again, an example, if they're unpaid, if they work in a family or in another unit. And again, we're going to be drawing inferences from each and giving a graphical representation. And with that, the next reporter.
The importance of labor has been made clear to all. Because of COVID-19, all the production lines has closed down. So, no work, no pay. That's why families are suffering in the midst of pandemic. And also, all the laborers are kept at home. And being at work, family won't suffer. So, this pandemic has also brought out clearly the importance of labor in our economy.
Employment in every country plays a vital role in the standing of each country's economic growth. Employment works under different occupation, and this is important to be able to distribute the work people are more reliable on. Different professions are distinguished to be able to categorize who does what job. Different sectors are responsible for the fixed contribution of goods, the primary and the secondary. The primary being the one responsible for the raw goods contribution, and the secondary is the main resources or goods that the people need for their everyday living. Class of workers are also recognized to be able to set the right wages the employees should receive.
For the presentation of graph, here we used bar graph to show the difference of the numbers of the employed persons in the month of January 2021 and February 2021. Here we used pie chart to show the percentage of the employees employed under each sector of agriculture, services, and industry in the month of February 2021 and January 2021. Here we use pie of pie chart to show the percentage of each class of workers for the month of February and January 2021. The wage and salary workers were separated from the main pie chart and displayed them into a smaller pie chart to show the specific components of that class of work. Here we use clustered bar graph to show the differences of the percentage of the employees employed under each occupation for the month of February and January 2021.
As we can see, the graph reflects on the number of employed persons in January 2021 and February 2021. In January 2021, there were 41,248 employed persons, and in February 2021, there were 43,153 employed persons. Therefore, there were 1,905 more employed persons in February 2021 than January 2021. And in a span of 1 month, there has been a 4.6% growth in the population of employed persons.
The showcase sector are divided into 3: agriculture, industry, and services. This graph shows that in a span of 1 month, from January 2021 to February 2021, there has been a 1.2% growth in the agriculture sector, a 0.7% decline in the industry sector, and a 0.5% decline in the services sector.
The classes of workers from January 2021 to February 2021 were divided into different classes: self-employed without any employed employee, unpaid family workers, those who work for private establishments, paid family workers, employers in own family-operated farms or businesses, those who work for private households, and those who worked for the government. In January 2021, wage and salary workers, who constituted for 62.8% of the working class, took up majority. This is inclusive of those who worked for private establishments, that constituted for 49% of the working class, those who worked for private households, that constituted for 44.2% of the working class, those employers in own family-operated farms or businesses, that constituted for 0.3% of the working class, and those that worked for the government, that constituted for 9.3% of the working class. In continuation, those who were self-employed without any paid employee, that constituted for 28.6% of the working class, took up second majority. Then, those unpaid family workers, that constituted for 5.9% of the working class, came next. And finally, the employers in own family-operated farms or businesses, that constituted 2.7% of the working class. In February 2021, on the other hand, these numbers changed. Wage and salary workers still took up the majority, but declined to 61.9%, inclusive of those who worked for private establishments, who were now 47.6%, those who work for private households, who were now 4.5%, those employers in own family-operated farms or businesses, who were now 0.4%, and those that worked for the government, who were now 9.4%. In second, however, are still those self-employed without any paid employee, but its number increased and was now constituting for 28.9% of the working class. Next, unpaid family workers now constituted for 7% of the working class. And finally, those employers in own family-operated farms or businesses declined and constituted 2.2% of the working class.
There's a difference in number of occupation between January 2021 to February 2021. As demonstrated in the graph, from January 2021 to February 2021, there was an increase of 0.3% in elementary occupation, increase of 0.7% in service and sale workers, increase of 0.6% in professionals, and lastly, increase of 0.5% in managers. While there has been a decrease of 0.4% on both plant and related machine operations and craft-related trades. Decrease of 0.5% in skilled agricultural, forestry, and fishery workers. And lastly, decrease of 0.6% in clerical support. Finally, there are occupations that remain in number, such as armed forces occupations and technicians.
The summary of inferences. The inferences of employed persons, sector, class of worker, and occupation from January to February 2021. So the population growth of employed person has 4.6%. In sector, the growth of agriculture sector has 1.2%. The decline in the industry sector has 0.7%, and the decline in the services sector has been 0.5%. So in class of workers, last January 2021, the wage and salary workers has 62.8%. 49% who work for private establishment take up a majority of the working class. 4.2% who work for private household, Employer in own family that operated farm and businesses has 0.3%. Who work for the government has 9.3%. Self-employed without any paid employee has 28.6%. 2.7% employer in own family that operated farm and businesses, and 5.9% is unpaid family worker. And last February 2021, the wage and salary of workers decreased at 61.9%. Who work for private household was increased at 47.6%. 0.4% was employed in own family, operated the farm and businesses. 9.4% who work for the government. In self-employed without any paid increase for 28.9%. Employer in own family operated farm or businesses was decreased at 2.2%. And the unpaid family workers increased at 7%. So in occupation, armed forces occupation and technician was remained its number. In elementary, service and sale workers, professional and managers was increased. 0.3% of elementary, 0.7% of service and sale workers, 0.6% of professionals, and 0.5% of managers. So plant and machine operators, craft and related trades, skilled agricultural, forestry, and fishery workers, clerical support was decreased. 0.4% of plant and machine operators, so 0.4% of craft and related trades, 0.5% of skilled agricultural and forestry and fishery workers, and 0.6% of clerical support.
That will be all for our presentation. Thank you very much.